Afternoon everyone, hope you're all well. Today I've got a little project I've been working on for the last 2 months, maybe not quite that long, but I've been working on it for a little while, about halfway through getting it back to what it was before. So I thought unfortunately I haven't done any videos of me restoring it and getting it to the stage it is now, but I have taken quite a few pictures, so I'll hopefully be able to get the pictures off my phone and I'll stick them in the video. But yeah, so spin the camera around. This is a little 5x3 box trailer. It's a fairly simple little trailer, all fixed sides, no tailgate. I've cut, so basically what I did with it was, when I got it, it was in a pretty, I wouldn't say poor state, but it needed a bit of work done to it. So stripped all the wood off. The panels actually down here, I can show you the panels. The old panels are all down there, so you can see the sort of state they were in, all rotten and everything. But yeah, stripped it all. As you can see, I hope I'll be able to pull the pictures off and I'll put them on. I'll put them on here. Yeah, it needed a bit of work done to it. It needed tidying up. So what I've done with it was strip all the wood off, metal. I put a wire brush on the drill, went around everything. I had to use the grinder on the T-piece underneath, which is the main frame where the stub axles bolt to and where the hitch bolts to. This section under here and under here, they'd masticed using some fairly thick hard mastic. They'd mastic the floor down so there wouldn't spring, which when I've cut this floor in, I don't think it bounces enough to worry about it, to be honest. So I've put it in. I've just put 4 self-tapping screws on the corner, one on each corner. It didn't have these in before, but I thought if you want to put, say, I don't know, cardboard, or I don't know, if you've got a load of stuff to take to the tip or anything really, bikes or whatever, kids' bikes you could put in there, then it's handy to have something inside the trailer, because there's no way you can hook anything to the ratchet strap around the outside of the trailer to tie anything down. So I thought if I put those in there, you can either use mini ratchet straps like them ones, or bought a pack of bungee cords to put with it as well. So you've got plenty of option. Whether I use it, whether I sell it, I'm not quite sure yet. I've got that little cord, the little Apache quad bike I could put it behind, but even then I wouldn't use it very often, so probably end up getting rid of it once I've restored it. But basically it's all been rubbed down. I then black spray painted it with some fairly decent stuff, just as an undercoat to cover it, and then I just bought 2 little tins of black gloss hammerite, and I just hammerite the whole lot, done it all so it's all protected, and it's got a bit of a new lease of life, really, hopefully. As you can see, I was quite lucky really when I bought it. I bought it off Facebook, and it's quite handy. It's got a pretty new, I would have thought that's a fairly new jockey wheel, so yeah, quite handy to have a new one of those. Yeah, basically I just hammerited the wheels and everything. It's all just gone everything black, everything's all nice and tidy. So now what I'm doing is cutting the sides in. I've treated the floor with, I don't know where it is actually, there's a tin up here, that wood preserver. It's fairly universal stuff, but yeah, used some of that to just do the floor, just to give it a little bit of help to stop it from rotting so much. I've done the floor, the sides I've cut, as you can see, those 2 laying there. That's the front and the back panel, and then today's video is all about cutting this sheet of ply. bit of shutter and ply. It's all about cutting that into the sides. So let me get the camera set up. Let me get a couple of these horses set up so I can lay my ply on it, and we'll get these sides cut out. Safety first, as always. Even with circular saws, I always believe in putting earmuffs on. Just yeah, always got to be safe. Just make sure you can see okay. Looks like you can. I think I've got to mark a few bits out, just making sure you can see. Just do it like that, that'll do. Right. I did bring a tape with me. What did I do with that? In my pocket. I've got tape. So what we want is I measure it at the bottom. We are 1225 by, I think we're about 350 mil. So 1225 and 350. 12, if I go from here, 350. Did I say 350 or 355? 355. So 355 is there. We're going to be here somewhere, aren't we? 355. 12. Where's that line gone? We're going to be there somewhere, aren't we? 12,250 is there. Right, okay. I've just remembered I've got a nice roll in my car that I bought yesterday. Can't think where my keys are. Probably got a straight edge in here anyway. I've got spirit level up on the wall. That'll do as a straight edge. If I can get it off the wall, that is. That should do. I don't think there's anything longer that I can use, really. No. Right, if I sit that there somewhere. Pencil out again. Budge that over a little bit. Knock that back a bit because this pencil's thicker than some, so. Like that. Our line is there, but if I mark a line there, yeah, we're pretty much on it, aren't we? And I'll slide that up from there. Slide up with that. Yep, we're pretty much there, aren't we? Yep. Lovely job. And then 12,250. 12,255 I should say, not 50. Make that up to there. Work that way a little bit. Spot on. Right. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to get the sides out of this easy. How wide is that actually? I haven't actually checked how wide this piece is. I should be able to get both sides out of one end. Oh yeah, easy. 370 or 760 wide, so yeah, 350 and a half, 7. Yeah, very easily get that all out, won't we? Right, if I just spin that down a bit underneath that sheet, it should possibly, might be a bit too much actually. I might try and do it the dodgy way. That's too much, isn't it? Yes. I'll cut. Might be able to hold it and slide it while I cut. If I cut up a little bit and then hopefully put me in my font. Just like that, and then hold that like that. Whoop. Like that. Lovely. It's one bit done anyway. Won't need too much. I might just run the sander over it just to clean it up a little bit. I think be able to see if that'll fit now. This is when it doesn't fit and I've massively mismeasured. We'll go with a little bit of gentle persuasion like that. Look at that, look. Might have to just nick a tiny little bit out of that corner, I reckon. Nick the corner off diagonally, actually, that would work, wouldn't it? Let me just take the bottom. That'll also help to stop any what do I do? Don't know what I'm trying to do here. That'll also just help to stop any water getting caught up in there. That corner off like that on each side. Doesn't really matter structurally. It's just where the rather than making a real hash job of it and putting the there we go, look, beautiful. That looks quite nice in there, really. It's all down there, it's all nicely behind the angle anyway. Right, I'm happy with that. Very, very happy with that. I don't know what the other side measures up to. Hopefully it should be the same. And if it is, I might just lay that piece on top of that and just have another bit out like that. Be easier than, yeah, 12 to, I don't know actually. It might be slightly. No, that is that. Yeah, 12,250. Yeah, and then the 355 must be. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll just make it simple for myself. Just lay this on here. Forward thinking. Look at that. Look. Just do that. Make it easy. Make a template out of that. If I can get it on there easy enough. Try and get it square. That is if I've cut it straight as well. That's the other problem. Should have cut it straight. Try to find the edge and make sure the edge is okay. I don't know how straight this bit of ply is, to be fair. It might be that's. I'm going to slide it up a tiny bit more. Right, we're flush there. We're pretty much flush there. It's a little bit of a kick at the bottom there, but it doesn't really matter too much. So what I'll do is just slide that, if I can do it without really too much. Slide that like that. And then run that. Ooh, my pencil will work. Run that down that side. This might cock up completely, but at least I've got a big bit of ply to use. if it does. Just like that. That should give us our second piece. Right, if I now the weight is mostly, is that horse right on that end? It is, isn't it? Yes. Now the weight's mostly at that end. I should be able to slide that horse. There we are. Right, I'll do the same again, I think. Oops, don't put that there. I'll just make sure we're still recording. Still recording. Not moving out. Yeah, perfect. Right. Pull that up, push it to that line. Just so that it doesn't snap on the end. Just like that. And then just nick two corners off, that's all I've got to do. Should be there, shouldn't we? Back in your pocket, I shouldn't need that anymore. Take the bottom corner off. Right, see how this one fits. There. Right in there nicely. Oh, hello, what's happened here? I think we will go, it's just a little bit tight, but that's in. It's good to be a little bit nipped up. Yeah. Whether to put that, that should be okay like that. Yeah. Right, I think what I might have to do is actually, I hadn't thought of that, but I am going to have to I'm going to have to cut those bits, just the width of that off twice off the sides, aren't I? Because put that in there, push it down. It's just a tiny bit tight, but it's better to be tight than it to be loose. Yeah, that'd be fine. That'd be lovely. It's got there's holes in this frame here, so I can just buzz some. What I'm gonna do is I've got some 34mm. I wouldn't call it stud work, but sort of 34mm batten that I'm going to cut the 355, so it's, or possibly 3.5 and leave it 5mm short at the top. And then I can, rather than just screwing little screws into here, into the ply, I can then put some proper screws in and do every other screw into a nice solid chunk, because it did have corner pieces in to strengthen the corners, but obviously everything's new, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I think, I mean, it's a little bit off, but I don't think you're going to find it's a little bit of plywood laying around, so I don't think you're going to find anything better really, but I don't think you're going to notice it either, to be fair. I could always sit it out and sit something on it to get it straight, but I'm not that worried really. For a little trailer, for what it is. Still got a little, nice that it's still left a little bit of a gap here, because we did have some other inch thick ply that was impossible, but I went and looked at that and I thought, no, it's way too thick for the sides, so nice little bit for that to still lay into, and screw. It should still catch those front pieces. I'll put the front pieces in after, and then just screw it all in. We should be all good, hopefully. Yeah. Right, I'm gonna go, I think I'm just gonna go and grab my sander. See if there's any other bits of sandpaper in here. Go grab my sander, run my sander over those, and then I've got some proper saddle and sealant to use for the sides to make them just that bit better. We've got some saddle and sealant, so I'll go and grab a bit and I'll come back to you. Right, I have set up outside. Me plane on my plane, not a plane, what am I about? Got me electric sander. Got one, well, we'll do one bit and then we'll do the other bit actually. So all this is going to do, a bit of coarse sandpaper. Just going to try and take all these muddy footprints off it basically. Well, I'm pretty happy with that, to be fair. I don't think you're going to get it much better than that. So that's one side done. Pull the other side out and do the same. There we go. You know what, I'm very surprised that this is like Sandpaper's Wick's own brand, like £4 for 5 sheets. Very surprised on how it's held up actually. So that's the other side, all there, all done, all sanded down. So all I need to do now is go and find this saddle, and Dad said there's some in the garage somewhere, so go and find that. To be honest, actually, I might see if that'll sand off the sticker, and I'll just give these the once over as well. While I've got the sander out, I might as well just give them the once over. Actually, I think that side's okay. I will just run it over that side. I'll run it over that, like I said, try and get that sticker off, because if I try and saddle in that, it's not really going to look very good with the sticker underneath it. Well, that came off easier than I thought. I think with the heat that sort of makes the glue a bit warmer, and then lovely, wouldn't even notice there now. Perfect. Right, let's just pencil mark something. There it is, and that little white mark there I want to get rid of. Actually, I'll just use this bit. I've got a spare bit I brought over with me. Just actually, brain goes up there. Let's get them off. I think that'll do it. Right. I think we're there, aren't we? That side's done. It's just that bit over there is a little bit dirty. I don't know where that mud came from. That side's okay. Just run it over this a bit, and then sandpaper's nearly had it. Right, I think we can call that pretty much done. So all I need to do now is just go and get the saddle in out of the garage, and we'll be there, I think. Right, hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Put some classic saddle in, good old saddling, paint, fence sort of type stuff. Yeah, good stuff saddling. I'm not sponsored by them, just in case anybody asks. I'm not sponsored by them in any way, shape or form. It's just a good product. Brush off. I left the brush in the pot with some white spirit cleaning. Screwdriver. And pop the top off. Hopefully it doesn't go bang in my face. It's really a bit big with screwdriver to be fair. Right, that's not that tight. There we go. Just like that. Get the crap out of it first. There we go. Cannot beat a bit of saddling. I don't even know if it really needs don't think it needs stirring either. Don't know if the tin says stir, does it? I'm going to use this stuff. I'll just start painting it. What's that going up? Give it a bit of rag and just use the top. Won't even bother you doing that, I don't think. I think I'll just got a new brush here, trusty Stanley brush. So we're going to start painting. So hopefully a long day generously. So, as you can see, we've now got all 4 panels. They've all had one coat of saddling. Basically what I'm going to do is leave these to dry now. I'll then flip them over, make sure the edges are done, do everything else. I won't film that because everybody will get bored watching that and they'll all turn off. So I'll get them all painted, all ready to put back on the trailer, and then I'll catch up with you when I've done that.